Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. This is going to be like a little bonus video for you. I'm afraid of showing you the sneaky peek over there because I'm about out of that book. So let me just show you what I ended up having from the previous video. This was the 5-item swap challenge, and I don't think I pointed out the items that I was using from the swap. It was this ticket roll here. This was a freebie that came off the top of the envelope. The coffee filter is behind here. I traded the butterfly for the bling that was in there. And she gave me a wooden heart or a tongue depressor, and I chose the heart. And then the blue bow, which I tied through the button. It's actually a button. So I did a little bit of work on the background with some heat embossing and a little bit of paint on my finger going around. So check out that video. I've attached their 2 names also, so you can go and check out their videos. Or if you go to the 5-item swap challenge, I think it takes you to the ones we've already completed. But yeah, go over there and check that out. And what we're going to do today is, I had to make a few envelopes, and I had this one that had to be made from scratch. So I thought I would show you how to do that. And you don't even have to have one of those envelope, press boards or whatever they call it thing, where you got to use the, the bone folder and go this way and punch that thing. No, we're not doing that. We're going to make one like a regular legal-sized envelope. And it's basically a one-page wonder. Go figure, that's my thing nowadays, right? But this is basically almost a 12 by 12 piece of paper. It is this is about 12 inches wide. And it's 12 inches wide that way because these are going to hold the bottom of the envelope together, the 2 flaps. So let me show you how I did that. Now this is made out of one of those kind of a cardstocky kind of a pad that has a little bit more oomph to the paper. But then I got this one out of another one that I'm going to show you how I folded it. And it's just one of those thin papers. Either one is fine because, your envelope is made out of just, regular old paper. And all these little goodies over here I'm going to be using on the envelope. So what we're going to do here, and I picked a heart because it's getting close to Valentine's Day. So what we need to do is we're going to flip it this way. This one little piece at the top is like that extra they always give you. But what we want to do is, I believe I measured mine 4 1/4. So each of these 2 pieces is 4 1/4. Oh, where's my pencil? There it is. So we're just going to go to the bottom of our piece, rest it on 4 1/4, and I'm just going to draw a line. And then we're going to go all the way across with the line because we need this one to be the whole distance. Okay, next one. Where is it? 4 1/4. There, and then 4 1/4 here. And I thought, if you had your own envelopes that you needed to send out, and you don't want to make any, you might want to personalize them with, this type of little symbolism on the outside. All you have to do is get those little white labels to put the, the address for who it's going to. Now, this piece here, it was just to the top of the 12 by 12, which I'm going to have to cut mine off because it's got that extra piece they put into a lot of the paper pads, I don't know, they call it something. I can't remember what now. It's too late at night. All right, so this is 1 1/4. So what we're going to do is come over 1 1/4 to be our flap. And 1 1/4, 1 1/4. Now, if you're not totally on the money on your measurements, don't worry, because even I was messed up on that one over there, and I had to readjust it a little bit, but you know, who's gonna know? Who's gonna know? All right, let me see if I can get this straight. There we go. All right, so I did a little fancy thing at the top on that one where it kind of went in. We do want to go all the way up. That's right. We want to go all the way up but we're leaving this because we need that part. This is the part you're going to cut off. Okay, and then the way I did the top, just so it had a little bit of a beveled look to it, I went 2 inches up and made a mark, and 2 inches in and made a mark. And that's the one. I just did a line there and I cut that. So all you have to do is cut off the parts that we don't need. Now that'll be this. Just remember your bottom section will keep the whole 12-inch spread. That's probably the easiest way I can tell you to think about it. And then we have this. And then I'm going to kind of cheat and just guess that it goes here. I can go back later and make sure I measure that correctly. And then when you get down to here, instead of going straight across, I'm going to go ahead and wedge it, just like that. Because we're going to cut away some of the bulk. I'm going to do that right here. And do that right here. Yep, I think I got it. Let's do it again. Close enough. Okay, let's see what we got left here. Get all the scraps out of the way. Everything else out of the way. And this is what we got. Oh, it's still got a heart on it too. Now what you want to do is just go over there and do these score lines. Just score each one of them. And then we're over to the one I've already done. Okay, now this one, like I said, it's made from, it looks like leather or suede or something, but they're going to be able to see the inside because these 2 flaps will go in after you've cut the edges a little bit, and after you've scored it, it'll go up like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to glue this piece and this piece to go down, and then you've got your opening. And then this piece will come over, and whether you want to use some washi tape to secure it, some 2-sided tape, which is probably what I'm going to use, will go down to secure it down, whatever you think you want to do. But we're going to be able to see inside of this, at least that little bit. So we want to put some kind of a pretty something inside. So we're going to stencil. Okay, I'm going to get my Vintage Photo Oxide here, which is going to be a creamy base, and it's going to smooth over. Now, this is a cathedral window image, and I got it from, I believe it was Michael's. Early on, I was able to buy several, like a pack of 4 stencils from them, and I've had these ever since. So, what you're going to do is just get in here and rub on it, just to give you something to look at. Now, if you wanted, you could take some paper and get in here and put some kind of a liner paper in here, which will be pretty. Something to go with the occasion that you're making this for. Say it's Valentine's Day, you might want to put roses on the inside, or just pink or red. Anything like that. Let's turn this around. And we're going to move this over, and you're going to match it up. See, it doesn't have to be that bold. Let's see if we can match it up. Right there. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to visit and seeing what's going today. And like I said, this was just kind of a little bonus. I have to get these out in the mail tomorrow. So I said, well, let me see if I can show them this if they haven't seen it before. I mean, I'm sure there's other people that's shown how to do these. There we go. And then I'm going to just go a little bit on the inside of this one here, just in case you're peeking in to see what's in your envelope. You got a little bit of something to see. Yeah, like that. Doesn't take much. Yeah, there we go. And then you can also get in here and do a little bit of inking if you want on your edges. I don't know how much of that they would actually see, so I know this up here they would. So this is the part you would want to ink. Now the stronger one might do better if you're sending something a long ways off, or if the mail is pretty rough in those areas. You know, that kind of thing. Alright, so let's do that. And we're going to go ahead and glue this together. See if I've got any. I always have to punch that twice. Okay. Make sure she's open. Alright. I'm going to get us a bit of glue on here. You can do two-sided tape if you want. It's just I usually use my wet glue for things like this. And just make sure you put enough on there to hold as well. Because you're going through the mail system. And we all know how that is. Especially those UPS drivers. Or FedEx drivers. There's one of them that's pretty rough on your stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hold it in and push it down. And for that, you would have made sure that everything is straight. Everything's at right angles to each other. That kind of stuff. Then you push it down. And we are ready to go about the next step. Now, what I have looked at here is, I found this. This is from a Dark Academia book from Michaels. And I got this little piece from the cut-aparts. And this piece is going to be for her dress. That will be for my dress. Then I wanted to do a big butterfly. The whole idea, this is that happy mail movement. And the whole idea about it is you're supposed to be creating the envelope, I believe. So this is my type of creating. I've decided not to do any collaging or anything like that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is glue this on down. And I'll write my addresses and stuff on there later. And fill it. I've got a little pile of goodies to send out to her. I keep saying her so she doesn't know it's from me. Not till she gets it. Alright, so push that down there. I like the real pretty intricate work on some of this gold. And that's why the butterfly is gold, because of these pieces here. I was trying to tie in my style to be that intricate prettiness. Alright, I'm going all the way over here with this one, because I think I need the room. Oh, goodness. Okay, now, we're going to put this down. I've got plenty of room for the stamps, or their strip, or whatever they're going to put there. And I'm going to work his little whiskers right around that. Okay, now if you glue the whole back, that's fine, because what's going to happen is I'm going to wrap it around. I'm going to have to trim that part off, though. Oop, I forgot that piece. Actually, we better put this down and trim, and then we can do it. My cat is over here making all kinds of racket on the bed. I got a paper bag over there. They're wearing it out. Okay, that little piece. And this little piece. And I'll see if I got enough here to wrap around, because that might not hold together. Okay, now let me get a hold of this and stop gluing. I'll tell you what, I'm going to glue it and then I'll come back with you because this is a bunch of stuff to have to glue. Okay, shoo. All right, I got that done. Now I know this goes up here, about right along the top. That goes right along the bottom. That one goes right over there. Okay. We're about right on the money. Now we're just going to tap it down with our nasty rag. The only problem is when you use this foil, it likes to get the glue and it dulls the shine. So what I always have to do is lick my finger and then wipe it off real quick. So let me get this down first. Oh, goodness. Okay. Make sure I don't get it everywhere else, but like I got a little bit right there. A little bit right there. But it just depends on, you know, what you need to do. You can get a little bowl of water. Whatever you think you need. Okay. I think it's all the way down. Now, I'm going to have to probably go up underneath of a few places here. It's really got a lot of glue on it. I want it to stay shiny. Not what it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and retrim this. And then, do you think we ought to go to the back side? Or just leave it as is? I don't think it's enough to worry about. So we're going to throw that idea to the winds. Okay, so basically this is done. Like I said, we're going to probably take some two-sided tape. And I got some right here in different dimensions. And we're going to go ahead and put this right there on this end. And then we're going to put that right there and rip it off. Oops. Try not to rip everything off. Okay. It's definitely homemade. Alright, so that part's done. All I have to do is rip that. I'll fix that later. But yes, this is about what it's going to look like. And you can get back here and you can do a lot of different things. I thought maybe I could do one of these butterflies right for the dead center of the top there. So you've got something. Alright, let me cut this out. And I'm going to be cutting out his whiskers. I don't need those. Graylin is over there making racket still. He came back here to see me. Well, I don't know if everybody's been keeping up with little Domino, but we had to take her to the vet because she kept having seizures. Well, I think it must have been something with her inner ear. And they said a cat has a very weird system down into their ears. So all kinds of stuff could happen. So I suppose that's what it was, because we got some amoxicillin and it wasn't working after 2 or 3 days. And she was still having them. She actually had 4 in one night. And that's hard on the little body. So I took her in that next day, and he gave her a cortisone shot. And then he also gave me some other medicine. It's actually gabapentin. That's what I take for my feet. But this was a liquid form. And he says it kind of helps the nerves in a cat. So we brought her home. Hadn't had any issue since. She has not had the first look of a seizure, and I'm usually around her all through the day. So, oh, thank goodness, because that was terrible. We always have these cats that have these strange maladies and issues, and I mean, this is the same cat that had both of her ears cut off because she got sun cancer because she has white ears. Have you ever heard of that? Oh, anyhow. Okay, well, I think that envelope is all, that's all I'm going to do to that one. It's got enough bling and everything on this side, I can tell you that. Now, we're going to take our other one over here, and I'm going to just go ahead and get it fixed up. I'm not going to worry about stenciling the inside or anything. But we're going to go ahead and get our flaps down, and we're going to decorate the outside. I thought you'd like to see me figure out what I'm going to put on the outside of this thing. Alright, we're going to go ahead and ink up. I mean, not ink up, glue up. I always do that. Who else does that? Well, it's a bit of a juggle. Somebody told me the other day they thought that was amazing that I could spout off the family history and be able to craft and all that at the same time. Said it was hard. It was so hard. And it was. I had to keep going back to the beginning to remember who was who, you know. Okay, you have to adjust your what you call it here pretty much on the fly and figure out, yeah, because you got to have enough room for that crease up there at the top for the flap to come over. There we go. Let me push that down, and that's what she looks like inside. You know, you can add you some more glue if you need. Like I didn't fold them first, so that's why I didn't have a good glue seam right there. And re-glue it over here. And this will just give me an envelope I may need for something. Sometimes you have stuff that just won't fit. So it's easy enough to do one of these type of situations. Now I'm going to go ahead. Oh, look, the heart's right in the center. Isn't that cool? Now I've got this little piece of flower die cut that I did a while back. I have one of my little birds, and I have a pretty pink rose here. I got these at Hobby Lobby, the Paper Studio. They're like 28 cents each. They were $3.99. I got them for $2.39. I think I got to open this up to get in there. All right, where's the pink rose? Probably at the back. I've been seeing all these people with these pretty flowers, and I never really had any. Oh, do I have two of each? Hey, I got two of each. And see, that pink goes with that. I am going to sit here and cut this down just a little bit before I come back. Okay, I finally cut that down. I don't like that white around the outside edge. And you can actually get in here and do a little inking if you don't like to cut it, but it still leaves more white than I prefer. So I do need to get the white toned down just in here. So I'm using my Vintage Photo Oxide, and some of it is not going to be seen because I think some of this is going to get cut off. But we need to do a little bit right here with all these little tendrils. Okay, that should be all we need. Now I'm thinking to put this right here, and then this little piece to go up like that, because we still need our return address area to stay open. And then I'll probably put my little bird about right there. So let's get this sticky one down first, because it is a sticker. And here we go. Let's see how much it agrees with me after I trimmed him down. Oh, and he's clear. Crap. I inked it. I didn't even need to, because it's clear. Okay. I know for next time, right? All right, so I'm going to stick that about right there. Get that down. There we go. That's kind of pretty. Now this piece is not going to be all the way kneaded. Like right where my tweezers are is where I'll start to glue. You always use your finger or something as a guideline on where you need the glue to go or stop, whichever way you want to go about that. Okay, let's see what we got here. And I'm going to stick that one about right here. Maybe about like that. It's got a little bit of gold in this where I cut it out of whatever paper I was using. Oh, I need a little bit behind there. I didn't go down far enough. Okay. Plus it's hitting that sticker paper, which I don't think takes the glue very well. Alright, let's cut that off and get that out of the way. And that piece as well. Okay. Let's see if that's staying down. Now we got to get our birdie. I got a stalk on me. Okay. These are some of those die cuts from Tim Holtz. The bird silhouettes, I believe it's called. I had wanted this for so long. And I had saw so many different things people done with them. I thought they were so pretty. Okay, so I'll put our little birdie about right here. Okay. Everything's fine and dandy now. Get rid of that. And that. Get everything out of our way so we can see what we got done. Alright, so this one, you can ink around the outside if you feel like you need to. Or you can let it go. But look how pretty that is. With your heart right there in the dead center. Now you can do your address over here. You don't even need to put a white label or anything to mar that. I think they could be able to read that. And even up here. So nothing else is really needed. Then you have your back. And like I said, you want to kind of train it. See, I'm always a little bit off right there. But to tell you the truth, I see that dotted line. You just get in here and trim it. I didn't trim it the right way. Did that do it? Yeah. And I still need to get in there and trim this other one up a little bit. Let's see, where is that? Let's try it like this. Okay, we'll fix that another time. Oh, and then we have this one. So there you go. Anytime you need to make your own legal size envelopes, there's the easiest way to go about it. So I hope everybody got an idea from this and can make some things out of their own 12 by 12s and not have to buy them if you don't need them. Just make sure you're able to see your return and sending addresses. All right, everybody, have a great, great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.